It's Monday morning and I'm driving up to the house and I'm going to be on the roof today. It's easy to get overwhelmed. There's just so much to do. I just have to approach it one job at a time. I'll get there. This wood was purchased in the summer of 2021. It was treated with a couple of coats of anti-pesticide, antifungal, organic treatment. It was dried out, and then it was stacked, waiting for the roof to be put on. Little did I know when I put this wood in the dead center of the house that it was going to stay there for 2 years before it was time to get the roof actually on the house. Okay, so I released that wood from on top of this wood, and now we can access this for the roof. So these are 20 by 10 beams, big ones. I can get some proportion with my hand here. 6 meters long, and this will be the base of the roof. I've spent many hours planning and designing this roof, measuring it out, so there aren't many surprises once we get up to the top. This is my third trip to the hardware store today. I can never remember the name of this hardware store here in Canada that I use. Papadonis, Papakristos, Papadopoulos. So I end up calling it Papa Chicken. Papa Thanasio. That's it. The one with 80 proof alcohol. But too bad, I don't drink. My job today is to pick up all the broken tiles from around this roof, which there are many, and throw them down into the skip. Just get the place cleaned up a bit. The boys are working on the roof behind me. Here they come. This is a group from the University of Oregon. They come every summer for a 2-hour seminar on acorns and regenerative agriculture. I had time while I was on care to go back to the drawing board and rethink the roof with my new information, and I had to order 1 extra beam. We began roofing from each side because we knew that there was some curvature on the back wall. It was a bit tricky, and you can see in the middle where the difference between the front and the back is quite obvious. But we're also having an opening for a stairwell on the veranda side. So all of these inconsistencies will probably not even be noticeable when we're finished. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I like things to line up, and I like right angles, and it's very frustrating when I can't find them, but I think this is going to turn out quite nicely. We've done a good job of measuring it out in a way that optically it looks very pleasing. Sitä komaa enää. Itäinen lopaan, igen olemme katsoneet poliikia mikä. Jep. Apo mässä jos mässä. Aknes. Αφού έχεις γίνει διάσημος, Uncle Marko. opted to come to the hardware store in Lavrio just for a change of scenery. Be next to the sea for a moment. The village where I'm renovating is exactly in the middle of the two places where I can access hardware. The one is down here at the port of Lavrio, and the other one is Chiaratea, which is more of a farm-based community. And my village is smack dab in the middle, and there are no shops. There's not even a cafe in my place. I hope that changes, because the people that live in my village definitely regard it as a village, and they talk about it that way. But there's no place to meet, and there's no sort of, life outside the home in the village. What? I have a roof! The beginnings of a roof. Oh, it's so exciting. There are a few things going on at once. The carpenter has taken the wood away to make the door opening that we're going to be incorporating in a bit. Markos and his helper are finishing up with the paneling. And then all of the ends of each of these beams that is going to be buried into the top part of the wall need to be coated with tar so that they are protected from rot and from infestation. After they're protected with tar, Markos can come through and start building between each beam. So from the inside, this will all be white around the beams, white wall. And from the outside, you don't see the wood at all. The very last part of the house to be boarded up is the central part, because this is where we are creating access to the veranda. I've been anticipating this moment so long, and now that it's here, I don't know, I feel a little bit trepidation, like it's too good to be true. I have to get over that. I also have to get over my brown teeth from drinking too much coffee. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning, and this is my second trip to the hardware store. But things keep moving along pretty steadily because I'm the gopher. Back and forth, whatever we need, whatever we run into, I go find it. This time it's long 20 centimeter screws in order to do that tricky part of the roof we're working on with the carpenter. The tricky part I'm talking about is this space where we're going to create a little bit more headroom, not a lot, just a little bit more, in order to be able to access the veranda without being a huge hassle. We actually misplaced the beam the first time around, and we had to unscrew them and rescrew them in the proper place. But it doesn't matter. We got it right at the end. Here you can look through and see what the door will be like going out to the veranda, and it's less than 160 centimeters tall. These stone walls are really thick, so Markos has to do a wall on the interior and the exterior. If you're a subscriber to the channel, then you may have seen my community post in which I had a kind of a contest or a poll asking how many working days people thought this was going to take us. This video covers 5 working days, and we'll be coming back next week for 5 or 6 more working days. We've definitely gotten farther than halfway through. So it'll be interesting to see how many working days it takes altogether. Besides the roof, before we take a break for summer, we need to fix the door that was only half destroyed by the team that was here doing destruction. And we need to have a couple appointments, one of them next week with the metalworking guys to design a staircase to go in this corner so that we can take advantage of this nice little opening that we're creating today. So that's it for this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment and all the things that help YouTube understand that you like the work I'm doing here. And I hope to see you soon. I'll have another video out in probably about 2 weeks. Bye for now.